Senator Duckworth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for having this hearing. As Administrator Guzman, as it has been discussed today, millions of small businesses are struggling, and they have survived the most trying times of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic, and they're starting to see light on the other side. Moving forward, programs established under the American Jobs Plan, including the Restaurant Revitalization Fund and the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Programs, which we've already discussed here today, will be vital in achieving a sustained recovery in my home state of Illinois and in communities across the country. The high demand for participation in this small business recovery program is evidence of the need for continued federal support. However, I am troubled by the prospect of some businesses still being left out if funding runs dry before all eligible entities can apply for relief. In addition, we know that certain sectors of our economy have been hit especially hard and comprise those businesses struggling the most trying to recover. For example, gym and fitness facilities are estimated to have lost roughly 1.4 million jobs, 44% of their industry, and tens of billions in revenue as a result of the pandemic. And despite aggressive COVID-19 relief programs, many gym-based businesses have failed to achieve the financial stability due to months of closures, high overhead costs, and weakened demand. Administrator Guzman, during the worst depths of the pandemic, many in the fitness industry did their part in closing up shop to protect employees and customers and communities. Would you agree with me that now is the time for Congress to do our part in making sure that this industry receives the helping hand that will enable these small businesses to stabilize and recover?
We definitely agree. In California, I saw the same thing, and I've heard it across the nation. I mean, many industries are hardest hit, including the gyms, and so we'd welcome the opportunity to partner with you to provide you whatever information and support that you need to do that analysis.
Thank you, and I do concur that we must support these businesses, and that's why I was proud to introduce the Bipartisan Gyms Act with Senator Moran. Based on SBA's experience witnessing how much demand exists for targeted assistance among small businesses that were not well suited for PPP relief. And Mr. Guzman, please address how providing $30 billion for the particularly hard-hit fitness and gym industry would support small business owners and their employees while also driving local economic activity.
I wouldn't be able to speak to the specifics, but we know that many small businesses are still hard hit. Obviously, we're focused on trying to get the targeted EIDL advanced program out as well that would provide grants to small businesses and leverage all of our programs to support these smaller entities or these businesses that have seen massive revenue loss over the past year plus.
Thank you. So I'd like to just have my final question be on minority-owned businesses. While we are addressing hard-hit businesses, I want to express my strong support for enhancing efforts to provide relief to minority-owned small businesses. Despite efforts to prioritize disadvantaged small businesses in these federal relief programs, the reality is that we have a long way to go in delivering required support to Black, Latinx, and AA, NHPI small businesses. I commended the Biden administration for improving SBA programs to better support minority-owned small businesses and the communities that they serve, but I firmly believe that Congress can do so much more to accelerate these economic justice efforts. And Mr. Guzman, in your view, what is the most important action that Congress could take to supercharge SBA's efforts to achieve economic justice for historically disadvantaged small business interests? Sorry for the alarm.
There are, of course, critical small business, proposals included in the American Jobs Plan. We know that our businesses have a long road ahead of them to recover in the economy, and we want to make sure that they have access to capital, access to markets, including government contracting, as well as access to networks, those resources, those connection points that allow them to grow their businesses. And so we look forward to supporting, administering any programs that are able to come out of that plan.
Thank you. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.